Hey Supernovas, it's me, Naomi, back with another message for you guys. Welcome and welcome back. I know I've been gone for some time. I've been focused on my own life. And so, like I always say, when it's time to come back, I'll come back. And so, this is a currency reading, an energetic money reading. So, be sure before you come into this space, I suggest that you watch the About Me video. I'll have it pinned somewhere at the top at some point in this video. But you can go on my page, Media Mystic 9999. That's four nines. I don't know if I keep saying three nines, but it's four nines on YouTube. So you can find out a little bit more about me because I feel that's very important. Know who's talking to you, right? Because you're ingesting the information that I'm giving you. So you know a little bit more about me, about my life briefly, my spiritual journey, who these messages are catering and resonating with and for, and the intention of this channel. So, with that being said, I'm still kind of breaking down this message, but I always like to say I'm an earth energy representative, right? Where I understand, first off, we're all cosmic beings, right? We're all made of stardust. That is proven by science. We're all interconnected to the earth and to the sun. So when I talk about earth energy budget, I speak about the sun rays and the energy of the sun reaching us, the earth absorbing some of that energy, and whatever is in excess is released back into space. So just as that occurs with the earth, as we are carbonated beings and we are stardust, the same thing happens with us. We receive the energy from the sun, we process it, we release what no longer serves or is just in excess, right? So there's an importance to that about understanding that process. So I feel like this message has a lot to do with that process. And recognizing also if you're someone who resonates with me, this may be a process that you are aware of, are beginning to become aware of, or need to evaluate more thoroughly. So there is a lot of energy of recognizing natural light cycles, making sure that we're sleeping enough, that we're waking up, according to the circadian rhythm, because there is, especially with cosmic connections and divine counterparts, these type of natural light cycles support mood. They support reproductive health. They support a stress-free life experience, and they also support your energetic field. So when we're talking about this being a currency reading, your energetic money, these are things that are very important. And then when it comes to divine counterparts, cosmic connections actually creating together, whether that be bringing life into the world or just using your creative energies together and individually. The earth, it has been asking for a long time, as far as I've been getting very deep in my oracle readings, for balance, right? Earth energy budget is about balancing the budget, because not only are we here in space, but this planet, this space that we're on, is tethered to a solar system. And the way that we be as individuals is reflective of how the earth be in connection to the other celestial bodies. And there's also a balance and a communication in that as well. So this is just encouragement to remember your importance in the entire scheme of things. So your personalized nutrition, that always comes up in my reads, because your nutrition not only has to do with the food that you eat, of course, that's a major part of it, but it also has to do with everything that you ingest. So, through all of your physical senses, those stimuli, that light is received into the brain, or, the olfactory, certain aspects of the receptors in your body that are responsible for filtering and receiving information and interpreting it. And so, this is speaking of personalized nutrition. There's a specific information that is tailor made to you, that is supportive to your optimal health. And again, I briefly touched on freshness with cosmic connections and divine counterparts. And I said that the earth has been asking for freshness, because we've been doing things in a karmic way for so long that, those supernovas, who are people who, you know, very much are always in the balance, making sure that they are constantly in alignment, because you could be one sun ray away from creating iron and combusting. So, in that, though, you're very powerful, and you have the opportunity to transmute energy and create things and elements that are beautiful and nutritious to others. So, and to self. And you're able to live a fulfilling long life as well as a supernova. So, when you are in the creative process, this freshness is free of the old karmic ways, right? This is about ancestral understanding, releasing of bonds and chains, and how we always talk limitations, that were perceived. These are ways in which are specifically supportive to you. And I feel like, at this point in my life for me has been very experimental, where I've been very systematic in learning what works for me and what doesn't. Like, I'm very intuitive at the same time now. It's like I've been integrating logic with it too. So I feel like this is very important here too, because at some point the number 232 may be significant. Um, at some point, I think we had, either or. We had, the intuitives, and we had the logical people. And it's like now we have an integration. So it kind of helps that freshness come in. It's not about newness, it's about freshness. And that's a little bit different, right? Because it's like when you hop in the shower, you fresh. It's not like when you hop in the shower, you're brand new. You just have cleansed yourself. You still are who you are, you're just fresh. So that's very important. So there's an honoring of everything that you've already been through, and being able to cleanse it of what no longer serves and what does serve. So we have physical activity, so very much nature and being outside, regular outdoor exercise. Is all for positive gene expression within yourself, and then within the extension of your creative energy. Again, personalized nutrition, natural light cycles. That's very important. Sleep, metabolism, hormone production. I said a few of those things, your circadian rhythm. Acknowledging, accepting, and behaving in the aligned manner regarding the important vibration and frequency of the self, earth energy budget, and great central sun. So I have that written down. And what that basically just means is be who you say you are. Like, you know, if you know that you operate in a specific way that resonates with these type of messages, then be that, because you're building momentum, and at the end of the day is going to support what it is that you're already intending. It does say microorganisms here, interaction with diverse microorganisms in nature. So again, it's just getting outside and breathing the air. Like, we're always going to be interacting with whatever is in the air. And, it's also a way of communication, like when you breathe and breathing in the air, whatever molecules. I don't know why I want to say follicles, because that's the hair, so something could be significant with the hair. um Follicles, right? Follicles, but follicles, I don't know if that's a word. um But like, as far as microorganisms, it could be, a difference in food, or, just being outside and touching things and getting a little dirty, just being outside, so that you're um interacting with the environment. And then it's not just that you're getting dirty, or that, when you're outside, it's like you're actually communicating. So it's like the earth is able to understand your experience by you touching it. So, like, how people, they ground, like, that's another thing of grounding, earth energy budget. When you go, put your feet in the dirt, in the soil, you hug a tree, you put your feet in the water, in the ocean, in the sand. You're communicating. It's like your earth footprint. You're communicating with the earth, and the earth is able to uh, communicate with you, receive your energy, also discharge any negative energy and negative, whether it's a judgment of a thought pattern, or just energy that is uh, not positively charged, right? Like the opposite, like literally, like you being a battery. So taking that dead energy away and reviving you. But you are communicating with the earth when you're outside and you're breathing the air. Like I said in a previous message, if you sneeze and you're in a wide open space like the ocean, don't cover your face. Like, let the sneeze out, because the air is going to move the molecules, is going to create what it needs to create and learn what it needs to learn. Everything is interactive, everything is learning. Um, and you are extremely unique. So, as you understand um, your own system, and you are in your unique spiritual consciousness, this builds up strength, um, fortitude. you know you become more aligned and more available to receive the cosmic energy, to receive the downloads from the sun, because at the end of the day, people receive rays from the sun every day. um, some people feel uncomfortable by it, and some people feel supported by it. So I think that um, has a lot of information in that as a whole, because the sun is necessary for life, at least in this space that we're on here. Um, but I feel like the North Node is significant, right? On a level of the individual and the collective and the cosmic connections. Those are significant. Um, because North Node is moving into the space of expansion, understanding, being enlightened in a way. A lot of people, they like to look at the South Node as negative and the North Node as positive, but the truth is it's just polarity. And just like we were just talking about negative and positive, there is a liberation energy that happens from the South Node that you're then able to expand the experience of the soul in the North Node. So you really are risk taking in your North Node because you really don't know what you're doing. Like, the thing about it is, though, when you start to stand in alignment and you allow yourself to release fear and you create space in your DNA to receive light codes, the ancestral energy from the South Node then supports you. So that leads more to that fortitude. It allows the heart space to open too, right? So if there's fears and, uh, resistance from the South Node, how is the heart able to attract? Because the heart space is where we speak to the environment about what it is that we feel we deserve or we feel we are undeserving of. So, as we begin to understand ourselves more and cultivate that divine connection within ourselves, and also, start to look at these cosmic connections and divine connections from a different space. This is supporting our energetic money. It really is. Because then the heart will guide you. The heart will guide you. Um, when you're working from the intelligence of the heart, because a lot of people, they say, just like I was talking about intuition and logic, um, this is just, again, it is showing like this is the intuitive side and this is the unique spiritual consciousness. So the consciousness is more of an understanding aspect and the intuition is very watery. It is heart based. It's intellectual though. um, and that wisdom of the heart is is different, because what I'm feeling like is like, a lot of people, they judge the heart, like I say, you soft, you weak, you vulnerable, if you're, so loving and caring and nurturing. At the same time, those aspects of you bring you to heartfelt opportunities that may bring you the bag. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're able to integrate that aspect of yourself and honor it without fear, and, because, being a pushover is different from actually caring about people and caring about humanity and life and what you do, then, being nice and caring because you want people to be around you and you don't want to be alone. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big difference. So those are all South Node stuff. And then once you start to realize, like, you can still be loving, caring, nurturing, kind. It's just you have boundaries now. You understand, like, okay, well, I'm creating my world. I do have that ability. So let me tweak this a little bit and make sure that these boundaries are supporting me and these are boundaries that I'm going to honor too. If I say that, someone is, taking advantage of me, then I have this boundary in place so that they have zero opportunity to do that. And I also make sure I'm non participating in that. And I'm being very conscientious with my words. So, I always am that way, speaking very positive, affirming, and the way that we think about ourselves and we think about life, everyone and everything. This is cosmic energy coming through people. People come, so you want to say God, God comes through people. It's just period. God comes through people. This is cosmic energy. And the more that you're able to release the fears, the limitations, and the resistance, you'll be able to see that energy within them and respect that person and respect, you know, the fact that you're being supported in this way by this person to a certain extent, you know? And a lot of this understanding is what's bringing these cosmic energies into alignment to where they're sanctified, you know, because of that acknowledging, accepting, and behaving energy. You know what you know, and that's the way that you move. Being very intentional and understanding what it is, even in business, what it is, the service that you're providing, understanding how it is aligned with you, actually understanding that you have the options to participate in certain things and knowing what will be an answer to you and you an answer to it. And therefore, you know, the people that you interact with, whether it be your clientele, whether it be, you know, just someone that you meet on the street, you know, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your son, your daughter, your child, your dog, your cat, your lizard, your whatever, it aligns and the energetic exchange is reciprocal. Earth energy budget. And a big thing here I feel like is with the cosmic connections, I'll just say this, you know, there's an energy of joy and bliss that's very strong here. You know, doing work that feels joyful individually and choosing that as a powerful choice is the underlying energy that is grounding you and up leveling you as individuals and in union. So stay tuned for the consciousness of your choice. Okay, consciousness number 2. So you guys are also, that is so interesting, showing up with the foundation of being Earth Energy Budget representatives and, you know, how you're able to receive the rays of the sun. This is significant here. Because there's codes in the energy of the sun as long as you're able to receive them. So there is an energy of earthing for you as well. Earthing, like I said in the intro message, your bare feet in the grass, in the soil, hugging a tree, in the sand, in the ocean. But I feel like you are more directly in the center, connected to the sun. And you know, you being outside as well, obviously, to be able to receive the sun, this act of For you guys, I'm getting more intention because we have mercurial energy here. So it's being more intelligent with the way that you do it. Um, Infusing your energy in a way that communicates to the earth, but also, and also the importance of understanding it's like the battery depleting itself, but with the support of the earth and the earth being able to take that energy, right? It's waste. And then you being able to receive the energy of the sun and the information that is there with it. Um, because there's an energy with the sun um, that is awakening the pineal gland, and it is supporting the energy of the chakra system of moving upward from the solar plexus, which is your sun, right? Your willpower, your personal power, up to the heart, which is the heart consciousness, is what we attract and what we repel, right? It kind of is our internal boundary system. And so the focus for you guys is align reprogramming of energy, of your energy center. Some of you may be able to read aura, or you may have an aura about you. But your energy center is very focused here, and reality creation is very focused here, but it has to do with how you receive the energy that's feminine and how you express it, which is masculine, and that's through the thought. You know, because even like I talk about the Mercury glyph a lot, how it's the sign of Venus. It's the glyph of Venus, which is that feminine energy. But then it has that half a halo, which could also be an aspect of the sun. It's not the entire sun, though. It could also be perceived as a moon. I feel, though, what I'm understanding and interpreting from it at this moment for this message is that it's a meeting of the masculine and feminine here, and both of those energies fertilizing your reality. It's looking at your energetic system, especially here, the solar plexus and the heart chakra. The entire energetic system, though, from root to crown and crown to root. Also, sitting in the cross legged asana may be significant on the ground to actually communicate with the earth directly. That may be significant for you. The discharge of that energy and align the energy so that you can receive. But this has to do with the law of worth. So this is activating your authenticity. It's activating your authenticity and bringing prosperity, abundance into your life as a receiver of it based off of who you are, based off of how you are embodying each energy center. Yeah, that's a message. Paying attention to your chakras, your electromagnetic energy, your aura. You may be able to start seeing auras of other people. So this could have to do with discernment. But because this is based on cleansing electromagnetic energy and checking in with the earth, this has a lot to do with being available to be receptive and being authentic, making sure that whatever energy that you hold is authentic to you, so that whatever you are creating is authentic to you. The law of worth being a law that is activated based off of you being the change you want to see, and no one can be you. So that is the value in itself. And being able to create from that space and being able to feed yourself and understand that in every energy chakra, reprogramming it so that it's in alignment with that understanding of the value of who you are, that your importance here as a supernova, a celestial earthly star, is important because how you be has significance, that the earth and the cosmos want you to check in so they can account for you, because you're a part of the freshness of how wealth is being delegated in this time. Okay, so that is your message. Consciousness number 2. Be well.